Hello students, today we'll be discussing our worksheet 44, chapter 6 tissues, and today the topic of discussion will be meristematic tissue. As we know that our body consists of millions and billions of cells, in the same way plants is also made up of cells. That means animals and plants both are multicellular organisms. They are made up of different types of cells, and all cells are not able to perform functions. Now, a group of cells which are similar in structure and performing the same functions are known as tissues. Now we will be seeing the different types of tissues which combines to form an organ, and this organ which is capable of performing a specialized function. So plants and animals both have different types of special tissues as we are seeing in the worksheet. So first we'll discuss about the plant tissues. So plant tissue is divided into first meristematic tissue, which consists of apical, intercalary and lateral meristematic tissues, and the permanent tissues which is of simple and complex type. Simple tissues are the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, and the complex type of tissues are the two types of tissues, that is the xylem and phloem. But in this worksheet we will be discussing the meristematic tissues, which are of three types, that is the apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Now let us study the characteristics of animal tissues. Means most of the part of the animal tissues they are living, as they require more energy, and the growth is balanced and in controlled or uniform. There is uniformity in the growth of these tissues, as we know that each and every part they grow in a systematic manner. And if we see plant tissues, these tissues, as we know, they do not show any locomotion. So most of the tissues in these plants, they are simply to provide the support, and they are made up of maximum there are dead cells. Thus the growth in these plants, they are restricted to only few parts, and these plants they need less energy. Some of these tissues they keep on dividing throughout the life of the plant. So these plant tissues are grouped into two types of tissues. First is meristematic tissue, and the second type of tissue is the permanent tissue. And then in this worksheet we will be discussing about meristematic tissue. So there are certain regions in the plants, and these tissues present in those regions, they have the ability to keep on dividing. These are known as meristematic tissues, and they are of three types. Apical meristem, as we know that these are present at the growing tips of the plants, that is at the tip of root and stem, and thus helps in the increase in the length of the plant. Second is the intercalary meristem, which is present at the base of the leaves or internodes of the twigs and helps in the growth of that particular region. Third is the lateral meristem, which helps to grow the girth of the stem or roots. Due to this meristematic, that means it is increasing in width or increasing in the radius of the plants. So these are the three types of meristematic tissues which are present in plants. Again, revise the three types of meristematic tissue. First, it is present at the growing tips of stems and roots. Cell division in this tissue leads to the elongation of stems and roots and involved in the primary growth of the plants. Second, if we see is the intercalary meristem. The intercalary meristem, it is present behind the apex, that is it helps in the longitudinal growth. It is the part of apical meristem which is left behind during the growth. It is present at the base of leaf and internode region, and it increases in the length of the leaf. Third is the lateral meristem, which is also called as the secondary meristem. It is present on the sides of the longitudinal axis, give rise to the vascular tissues and causes the growth in girth of the stem and root, and is responsible for secondary growth in increasing the girth. Now, what are the properties of meristematic tissues? That these cells are highly active as these are the dividing cells. These cells have lot of cytoplasm, have thin cell walls and well-defined nucleus. They do not have vacuoles. Now we'll see a diagram which shows the presence of all these three types of meristems. Apical meristem, which is present at the tip, intercalary meristem on the sides, on the base of the internodes, and the lateral, it is present on the sides, which is helping to increase the girth of the stem. So this diagram is important from the exam point of view. So do practice drawing it and learn all the three positions of these meristematic tissue. Now question answers. First question is, what are tissues? Second, write two differences between plant and animal tissues. Third question is, what is the different type of meristematic tissue? Where are they located in plants? We have discussed all these questions in our worksheet. Fourth is, what are the characteristics of meristematic tissues? Now we will be discussing these answers one by one. So first is, what are the tissues? As we have seen, a group of cells which are similar in structure and performing functions, these are known as tissues. So this is the first answer that you should just do it and write it. Now second is the difference between plant and animal tissues. So first is that in animal tissues, most of the part of the animal tissues are living, whereas most of the tissues in plants, they are the dead cells. First in animals is that they need more energy, whereas plant cells, they need less energy. And in case of animal tissues, growth is balanced and grows only in a particular lifetime, whereas in plants the tissues keeps on dividing throughout the year. And third answer is the types of meristematic tissues, the tissues which have the ability to keep on dividing, and these are of three types. Apical meristem, present at the growing parts of the plant, that is the roots and the tips of these tip of the root and stem, and it causes increase in the length. Intercalary, which are present at the base of the leaves and internodes, and third is lateral meristem. Now we'll see the fourth, that is the characteristic properties of meristematic tissues is that they are highly active, they keeps on dividing, have a lot of cytoplasm, thin cell walls, and along with this the characteristics of the meristematic tissue is that they helps in elongation of these cells, either lengthwise or widthwise. So this is also the characteristic of meristematic tissues. So hope students, this worksheet must be clear, and I have already uploaded a video related to this topic. So the link of that video will be in the description box below. So do watch that complete video also. So just to increase your understanding, and do the question answers, revise it, learn it, and thank you for watching this video.